Namaste dost. What are the Akashic records? The word Akashic comes from the Sanskrit word Akasha, which means space, a subtle dimension of the physical manifestation. Modern science recognizes that there is something called an Akashic intelligence. That is, that empty space has a certain intelligence, and it is in this empty space, the fifth dimension, where the Akashic records are stored. Different psychics and channels access the Akashic records with different modalities in different ways, according to how their own energies are synchronizing with the energies of other people, with the universe, and with the metaverse as a whole. I access the Akashic records with two modalities. One is the soul realignment modality, which means we are basically realigning the soul memory back to its original. So within the soul realignment modality, I would ask for your date of birth, your name at birth, your place of birth, and your current name. And then we would go into the records and do an in-depth investigation as to what your soul history is, where did your soul first originate, what are the qualities of the planet in which you incarnated that you're carrying in this life. We also look at whether you're an old soul or a new soul. We look at what your divine gifts are. We will also look at past lives. We will look at blocks and restrictions, vows, constraints, bargains that you may have made in the past lives that are now disempowering you in this life and making you create the same patterns over and over again, which you probably get very fed up of. And so it is actually a very deep investigation into what is going on in your life at this moment, in this incarnation, in the present human experience. I then do a presentation of that to you, which takes about an hour. So it takes me about 2 to 3 hours to investigate your soul and where it is right now, and then I would present that to you, and it would take an hour. And then I would go into your records and I would set the intention to remove these blocks and restrictions, to realign your soul back to its original state. And then you would do a 21-day transmutation work to actually make sure that the transformation happens correctly. You can start living your most abundant life in congruence with your divine soul gifts. Also, it is really important to remember that this work requires input from you, and it requires that you make different choices that then bring the abundance and the congruence into your life. So at the end of the day, it's important to remember that it is your choices that manifest your consequences. So that is the soul realignment. The second modality is the live Akashic records, which is also very, very beautiful work. So we start the reading with a meditation, which is a grounding and a high vibrational meditation. Takes you into this beautiful space of true peace, which is our original state of being. And then you get to ask your specific questions. A lot of the times when I'm in the records, what happens is that before people have even got the chance to ask me the question, the record keepers are giving the answers, because of course they are the keepers of your truest soul, and therefore they know what it is that you need at this time, and they give that information out. And so you get to ask the questions you need to ask, and then we hopefully get the answers that will help you to live your most abundant life yet again. And we then finish the live Akashic records with a prayer to say thank you to our ascended masters, to our guides, and to our loved ones. So this is also very beautiful work. So those are the two modalities with which I work. So all it remains for me to say is that if your energy is in synchronicity with mine, I'm sure we will meet again. Thank you for listening. Namaste dost.